So my name is Julian De Leon, born and raised in Hialeah, went to Mater Academy, and I'm currently attending the University of Miami, studying software engineering with a minor in business technology. And basically the last job that I did last summer was working for Goldman Sachs, which is a big investment bank company. And basically spent the entire summer in New York, getting paid like ridiculous amounts of money to do not too complicated things as software.
Alright, so hi, my name is Andrew Rodriguez. Currently work as a software engineer at Twitter. Before Twitter, I studied at University of Miami, and I just graduated in December, and then I started working in Twitter shortly after.
Hi everyone, my name is Raul La Rosa. I'm a sophomore student at Miami-Dade College studying computer science, and the recent job I got from SHPE was for the Boeing company as an IT programming analyst for summer 2016.
So luckily, a graduate from Mater Academy was already the president at SHPE, and I had mutual friends between my brother and his twin brothers and stuff. So immediately going in, he already told me, "Hey, you're joining SHPE. You're gonna do this, and you're gonna be part of this group." I'm like, "Okay." So as a freshman, I didn't know really what I was getting myself into, but as the years progressed, it's led me to a bunch of opportunities.
When I first started college, my freshman year, I was looking for basically like organizations to join, and one of the ones that really stood out to me was SHPE, because I'm Hispanic and I was studying engineering, so I'm like, it makes perfect sense for me. So I was really attracted by the name, but then after I went and I met the people, it just became like a family for me. So it was like a bunch of people all together with the same goal, which is to achieve professional development, and the club really provided resources for me to grow professionally like no other club that I've been in at UM. The main reason why I'd say anyone should join SHPE is because really it's the main opportunity you'll have to get face-to-face with any big company in the United States or beyond the United States, really. Outside of college, right, the companies will come to university to recruit, but really you don't get face-to-face with really big companies, and I'm talking like through SHPE conference, I was able to get interviews with top companies like Facebook, Twitter. I interviewed with Ford Company. I interviewed with Deutsche Bank. I interviewed with all these big companies that otherwise I would not have been able to get FaceTime with these companies.
So I heard from SHPE from my friend Andrew Rodriguez. He was studying at the time at University of Miami, and on Facebook I saw him getting these internships at Boeing, at IBM, at Avionica, and I was like, how is this guy getting all these connections with all these companies? I knew he was a really smart guy and he had won great scholarships before, and that's why he was studying at University of Miami. But I just wanted to know what he was doing different compared to my other friends that were also studying at big universities and not getting these internships and these jobs. So I went ahead and approached him and I asked him, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he told me just SHPE. Like, that was his answer. He told me there's a chapter in the University of Miami called Society of Hispanic Professional Engineers. Not only got him in front of those companies, but also prepared him to ace the interview, to ace that first time impression for that company.
I guess I was a little blind to all the opportunities that kids going to college really have. So I guess, growing up, I never thought about possibly working for Amazon or interviewing with Google, interviewing with Facebook. I didn't think any of these things were possible. And Andrew, the same gentleman that was president, he told me, "Hey, you're going to a national conference." And so you go to this national conference and all these companies are there. They're talking to you. You get interviews. My first conference, got an offer from the CIA. And it opens your eyes to that there's way more possibilities than your previous.
SHPE kind of like opened the doors for me. First of all, to grow as a leader within my organization. While I was at UM, I had the opportunity to be president one year of SHPE, and that was a great opportunity for me because, the summer before I had gone to SHPE conference, not knowing what I was doing, and I landed an internship with Boeing Company. And then from that point on, I just felt like this passion, that if I could do it, anyone else can do it. And then my year as president, I really made the effort to try to get as many people to this conference as possible, because you just have to go to the conference and witness what it's like to see a bunch of companies there all trying to recruit you, and you can literally have any opportunity to talk to any company you want to. So I really made the effort to get as many people as I could to this conference. So it helped me grow professionally by giving me all these resources, workshops. We're constantly bringing people in, resumes, like our club culture is that we all want to grow together. So then we constantly help each other out, and it's like a little familia that you can all go to and help each other out. And then when we're at conference, it's like we're all helping each other. We're like, this recruiter said this. You'll be a perfect fit. Go talk to this person. Go talk to that person. So it's really like an eye-opening experience.
So joining SHPE gave me two major things. It put me in a leadership position as president and founder of the Miami-Dade College SHPE chapter, and then ultimately it gave me the internship at the Boeing company. So a leadership position was something brand new to me. I'd never been president of a club, and I never even thought of myself as a president when I was running the club last semester. But what it did for me is it forced me into an uncomfortable position, and I had to adapt. And when I went to the Boeing company with that on my resume, that just put me a step higher. They were ultimately impressed. And as now, which I will be an IT programming analyst for the Boeing company, I'm going to be able to maintain their database, help them maintain their database, work with their developers, and see what it's really like to be in the top aviation company of the world. SHPE allowed me to get that face time for the companies that I was looking for. So I'm talking about Google, Microsoft, Facebook, Twitter, GitHub, Toyota, Ford. It allowed me to go to a conference that was held every single year for engineers just like me that are Hispanic, that are professional, that want to go out there and make something of themselves.
I would say the most important thing is to be passionate about what you do. So it's about more than being in class and doing the minimum, which is going to class and doing what they tell you to do, right? Make it something that is part of your life, anytime you see a problem in your daily life, try to fix it, Something's broken, try to fix it. Explore different things. If you're studying mechanical, build something. If you're studying electrical, build a circuit, do something, so that it shows that you're making an effort to learn something outside.
Students majoring in engineering is definitely keep close contact with someone that's a couple years older than you, and really hit those, or try to find a mentor. He doesn't have to be a formal mentor, but definitely being able to see or get a heads up for most of the obstacles that you'll face is going to help you out a lot. And in addition, just doing side projects, reading the textbook. I started reading the textbook about 2 semesters ago, and that's finally when my grades started going a lot better. I started learning way more. So just sticking to the curriculum and giving it the time that it deserves is definitely going to lead you to a great path.
My one piece of advice I would give you is to step out of your comfort zone. We're all used to doing what we like to do. So some of us are really good at creating projects, and they stray away from studying extra hard for their classes. Some of us are really good at classes, so they stray away from doing extra projects and going to special events and things like that. Surround yourself around a group that's really well-rounded, and it's going to create the best version of yourself.
I went to conference my freshman year and sophomore year, and so conference is basically you're just a kid in a candy store, and all these companies are here offering you internships instead of candy, right? So you're talking to all these companies, huge companies that you Staples, that you okay, you have Chevron, Toyota, all these companies that you use or see around you all the time, and it finally opens up that idea that, hey, I could work for that company, right? So
SHPE Conference is a national conference where students from all over the country come and meet up in one location. What's really great about SHPE Conference and what keeps people coming year after year is the fact that hundreds of companies come to this conference recruiting all kinds of engineers. What's really great about the conference is it's great face time with any big company that you can think of. All the big engineering companies are there. Any major, anything you're doing, you can find a job or an internship through conference. One of the big things too is that a lot of engineering companies find it hard to recruit Hispanics specifically. So they'll go to this conference with we literally have these X many internship spots to fill, and we need people. So they really go to these conferences and try to recruit as much as possible. So it's really a great opportunity to meet companies that you wouldn't have otherwise because they don't come down to your school specifically or otherwise.